Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Let's Talk with Michele Hardman. I don't have a guest today on the show, I usually do, but I had some things that I just wanted to share with folks, especially if you're a business owner. Just some tips. I know we're all out there to try to make money and try to save money when we can, so just had a few things I wanted to let you think about here. Some of the main expenses for any business, one of them would be your lease or your mortgage. And you're usually going to have one or the other. If you're lucky, you own it outright and don't owe anything on it, but most of us are either paying a lease or we're paying a mortgage. So if you're leasing, think about how much you're paying, and if you can negotiate that maybe with your landlord. I always say you don't know if you don't try. You know, if they say no, they say no, but at least maybe ask, see if you could get the price down a little bit. Maybe you need to find a new place. Maybe your visibility where you're at isn't the best for your type of business, and just get out and look around. If there's some empty buildings and they've been empty for a while, maybe even if they're advertising a price that seems out of your range, if it's been empty for a while, they might be able to negotiate with you. So check into that. If you own it outright, think about, are you using all the space that you're paying for? If not, if you've got a lot of this dead space that you're not really using, or it's just collecting junk, then think about leasing that out. Maybe you just need to put up a wall or two, and you could lease space out yourself to another business, and that would be a source of income for you that way. So think about that. Another expense for businesses is insurance. That's a biggie. We all have to have it. There's a lot of craziness out there, so we all need to be covered. But talk with your agent. Just sit down, maybe once a year even, do a review of what you currently have. Things change, needs change. See what you've got, what you need. You don't want to be paying for more than you need, but you want to be sure you're covered too. So be sure you've got plenty of liability insurance. That'll cover you if employees, clients, whatever, are on your property and somebody gets hurt or there's some kind of an accident. That way you're covered. You will need workman's comp insurance if you have employees, so check into what you need with all of that. Health insurance is another big one. A lot of folks are doing without health insurance just because it is so crazy expensive. But see what options are out there. You might be surprised. I know there are some short-term policies that are out there that are pretty affordable. The deductibles may be kind of high, but you got options. Check with your agent. I know that the short term you have to reapply every 3 months, which can kind of be a hassle because 3 months rolls around pretty quick. But it's better to have something. You never know what could happen. You don't know when you're going to get sick or when you're going to get hurt. So see what you can do. If you have a board of directors, you will need them to be insured. And a lot of people don't realize this. Even nonprofits, your board of directors should be insured, and your officers. And if they're not, and your directors and your officers find out they're not, and if they've been around a while and they realize that you should have this and you don't, you may have a hard time getting people to serve on your board. So it's not very expensive, but it's definitely worth it. Your board of directors is ultimately representing your company, and they're making decisions that affect your company and the community. So you want them to be covered. So check into that, what you need. Advertising is another big expense for all of us, and there's a fine line there between you don't want to spend too much that you're eating into your profits and you're not getting a return on your money, but yet you've got to get your name and your face out there. If people don't know you're there and they don't know the services that you provide, then you're not going to get their business. Simple as that. So think about creative ways that maybe you could do some advertising maybe cheaper than you think. Some different options. Maybe it's on the back of a city bus. Maybe it's placemats at a restaurant. Try some new areas, maybe different towns that are in your proximity that you want to service, but not right in your immediate town. Branch out, be creative. Use social media to your advantage. That's free. So learn all you can about Facebook, Instagram, different types of social media hit different demographics. So think about what target audience you want to hit, and then learn all you can to do that. Promo items are big. That's a great way to keep your name in front of people and in their mind. Ink pens, different things. We all like free, but at the same time, think about what you're giving away. Just because it's cheap to buy, if it's not something people are going to use and they're just going to throw it away, then ultimately you're wasting your time and your money. So see what options are out there and kind of think, be strategic with that too. And also think about trade. I love trade and barter. That doesn't cost anything. And that can be a win-win for everybody, because maybe you need a product or service, for advertising from a company. Maybe they need something that you sell or a service that you provide. Talk to them and see if you can work out some kind of a trade, even if it's not a complete trade. Maybe they'll cut the price in half if you can trade out with them. All they can do is say no. Again, you don't lose anything by asking. So check into the trade barter system. Partner with another company. Maybe you go in on a big ad someplace, a print ad, and if you can partner with another company that kind of complements what you do, split the cost with them. That way it's cheaper for both of you. So that'll save money too. And last thing I'm going to mention real quick on this video is networking. Network, network, network. I cannot say enough about that. That's huge. Word of mouth will be your best advertisement. If people are happy with you, they've dealt with you, they like you personally, you've got integrity, you've got character, that will get around just as fast as if you don't. So do what you can to network. Get out there in the community. Be involved in your Chamber of Commerce. Depending on the type of business you are, be involved in tourism. Not just at the local level there in your town, but think about statewide as well. You want state tourism to know you're there too. And get on websites so that people know you're there. Work with people so that you can get on other people's websites and stuff. Do trade shows when you can. I know a lot of people, it's a hassle to drag things in and out and take the time, take up your Saturday and all of that, but occasionally, try some of those. Get in some new markets that way. At least get your name out there and your face out there. Be involved in your community. Can't say that enough. It's always good to give back. I'm a big supporter of that. Anybody that knows me knows that. If there are fundraising opportunities, charity things coming up, if you can't actually be involved and help with the event, at least go out and support it. And, again, you meet new people, that get your name out there. Always have business cards on you wherever you go. That way when you talk to somebody new and they say, well, what do you do? Be sure before you leave, give them a card and just say, hey, if you ever need our services, here's how to get a hold of us. That's always good. And just be creative. Think about, like I say, different ways that you can do things. And, advertising can be expensive, but it can be fairly cheap too if you just put some thought into it and be creative. So I have actually a whole packet of ideas like this, different ways to save money, different ways to increase income, and that's kind of what we're here for. Hardman Promotions is the name of the company now. Hook up with us on Facebook. Find us that way. I'd be glad to sit down with you and go over some more things if you're interested. I've actually got this packet that I can send you digitally and just kind of make you think about some more things. Also be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way, anytime I do a new video, you'll get a notification that I've got a new one out there, and you can be sure and check that out. So hope we've given you some ideas to think about today. Hope we've helped you. I want to prosper and succeed just like you do, but I want to help you do that. I want to help you be all that you can be. So thanks for watching today. Go out, have an awesome day, and I will see you next time.